Hi everybody and welcome to Survival Dads. So you join me today in the woods, a lovely hot day, testing out Polymath Products Emergency Stove and Fuel Kit. So what this is a really cool, innovative as always with Polymath Products, stove kit that you can use wherever you need some heat to boil some water or cook some food. So I'll take you through what's in it, show you how it works, demonstrate it, and I better get going because I really need a brew on. It's hard work relaxing in the forest. So what do you get in the emergency stove and fuel kit? So as I say, this is the stove and fuel kit. They also do just a fuel kit if you want to use it with your own stove, or perhaps no stove at all, which I'll demonstrate shortly. So first up, it comes in this resealable pouch, so it keeps it all nice and waterproof. Although the way this stuff is, it doesn't matter if it gets wet because it's already contained. And I say this is resealable and takes up so little room. You get your instructions. Tells you exactly how to use the kit, safety precautions and so on. And you get 2 pouches of Exogel. So this is their new and improved fuel. Air transportable and really neat. I'll tell you a bit more about that shortly. So you get 2 pouches of that. That's 100 mils in total. You also get a lighten tinder bundle. So you have a bit of jute twine there and you have waxed jute twine here. Again, I'll explain why that's useful shortly. And you get a really lightweight fold-in metal stove. Now this is reusable, so a really neat feature. So that's the contents within. I'll give you a bit more information about it. So I'll just read you exactly what Polymath have said on their instructions, because I don't know too much about this, I just know that it works. So it is safe for long-term storage between -60 degrees Celsius all the way up to 80 degrees Celsius. This, in my opinion, is perfect for a bug-out bag. It can be stored perhaps in the boot of a car. You haven't got to worry too much about environmental concerns, hot and cold temperatures and such like that. This kit provides an emergency or backup solution for heating food and drink, cooking, boiling water or melting snow. So with this kit, no ignition source is included, so that's something to bear in mind. But I say, it doesn't matter, always makes up for that. So a little bit about the actual Exogel itself. They write it has a much higher safety aspect in use than other fuels such as methylated spirits or alcohol gel. It is classified as a combustible material like wood or paper rather than an actual flammable material, which is why it's safe to fly with apparently. Spillages do not present a flammability hazard but should be washed away with water. It is non-toxic but is not suitable for human or animal consumption, which is like any kind of fuel really. Spillage on skin or the eye should be washed away with water immediately. So with the safety information out of the way, let's try and see it in use. Okay, so first things first, we have the actual stove unit itself, so I'll open that up. Now this stove can be folded up a couple of different ways. Like so. Or like so. So that gives you a couple of different options, depending on how you want to set it up. You can have it a little bit lower to the ground with a bit more wind proofing, or you can have it the other way, basically for a little bit higher off the ground. Pretty neat. As you can see, there is no collection tray. That's because this doesn't turn into a liquid, or at least it doesn't turn into a runny liquid. It stays quite viscous when it's burning. So that'd be quite neat, and I'll look forward to showing you that shortly. So you want to choose your setup, which is right for what you're doing, for your pot or whatever. I've chosen the least flat piece of ground I can, as is tradition. There you go, that's me nice and secure. So I'll put some Exogel on it and I'll demonstrate that. Okay, so 12.5 mils or a quarter of a packet will boil 250 millilitres of water. So let's do that now. So put it onto the cap and place your blob on here. Then replace the cap. And as you can see, that, hopefully, does not want to run anywhere. Doesn't really have a smell to it either. So, one of the, well, you could call it a drawback, but also its benefit, is that it won't catch fire from a spark. So a ferro rod will not set this on fire. And that's partly because of the fact that it's so stable in storage. So what you can do is you can use the tinder bundle that comes with it. This is waxed jute. You simply fluff it up and light it with a lighter, and then start a fire. So you can use a storm match, normal match, or a lighter, whatever. So I'm simply going to light the jute, hold it for about 10-20 seconds, and that should light no problem. So I'll do that now. Get it all fluffy. Get your waxed jute lit, and you can simply lay it on top, or hold the flame next to it, and then it will start to burn. Now the flames may be invisible at first, but trust me, they're there. Okay, I can see now that that's lit, so time to get the water on the boil. Such a lightweight stove, this really is very, very stable. Pretty neat. Okay, once the water's boiling, I'll come back and give you a little update. Brew on. Here basically is the residue. As you can see, it is still burning. Once that is out, I've read, according to Polymath, it has the consistency and basically my biological mass of sand, so it can basically be tucked away, buried with no worries at all to the environment or anything like that. So really good for the leave no trace ethos. So Polymath say that Exogel can be used without a stove at all, and this is how they say it can be used. Okay. You can take your Exogel, put it on the bottom of the tin, give it a go. Okay, so maybe it doesn't come off. Rather bizarre. Let's light it, see if it stays on. The camera in a little bit closer, so hopefully you can see. I'm going to take my jute twine, light it, hold it against over 10-20 seconds, and hopefully it'll light, and hopefully it'll stay on there. Would you believe it? It works. What? That's cool. That's really cool. Nothing's dripping. Exogel. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So there you have it. The Polymath Products Emergency Stove and Fuel Kit. They've really knocked it out of the park with this one. Not only does the new improved Exogel formula burn nice and hot, it's really stable, as you can see. Minus 60 to plus 80, it's safe. It burns a long time, and it doesn't drip and doesn't run everywhere like other fuel gels do. So if you do forget a stove, or you don't want to bring one, as I demonstrated, you can just use a pot. I think that's insane. This is definitely going to be going into my bug out bag and also my camp bag. I do like to forget things. Yeah, really impressed, really impressed. Shelf life is going to be perfect. It's not going to be damaged by heat or cold, so you can keep it in the boot of the car, no worries. And it's going to work every time you want to use it, so what more can you ask for? So as always, check out the description for the link to this product from Polymath Products website. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. I'm going to get comfy.